Hey guys, it's your buddy, your pal. It is the IT Collector, and today we're doing another review of the Micro Galaxy Squadron ships and vehicles. This is this new line that came out last year. It's kind of replacing the Action Fleet series by Galoob or Micro Machines back in the day around the early 90s or late 90s. So now you're getting something similar in size and plastic as opposed to some of the other metal die cast ones. I think Hot Wheels is metal, I'm not sure. But that's what's coming out, and this is beautiful. It's awesome so far. I like the line. If you haven't subscribed already, check out my other reviews because I collect a lot of them so far. I don't have every single one yet, but I'm getting there. But right now, today, we're going to focus on the classic Snowspeeder. Luke Skywalker Snowspeeder to be exact. So that's what we're going to look at today. Also, I'm going to compare it to the Action Fleet one that I mentioned earlier. So not too many people are doing that. This is going to be a different review. You're lucky to see the comparison. So without further ado, let's open it up and let's take a look. Okay, so as usual, the back of the box has the blueprint for each ship vehicle. So this one is number 38, as you could see there. And then at the top, it shows anything that's kind of movable or, yeah, that can open up or anything like that. You see the tow cable and also the flap right there, which I'll show you a little bit in depth. And you can see it's pointing to the back there. And then at the bottom, as usual, it shows the other ships in this series. It has, for example, Bo-Katan's ship there and the tank, and then a couple of chase vehicles. I'm not sure what that X-Wing is, but I have to look into that. And this one is the Starfighter class. So that's pretty much it for the box. And then, like always, they come with this little artwork in the packaging. There's the packaging if you want to display it. And then here it is. For some reason I struggled to get this out earlier. So it's very small. This line is, if you don't know already, is to scale, which is kind of cool. Everything matches with the other ships and vehicles. I already took down the landing gear here, and then there's a wheel here that I assume is to retract the tow cable that it mentions on the back. Let's see what else moves. You have the gun, tow cable gun in the back that moves, and then you have these flaps here that go up and down, kind of like an airplane. Let me see if there's any detail in there. Not much in there, and I'm trying to see if anything else moves, but I guess that's it. And then besides that, you have the cockpit. Oops, sorry about that. And there you go, you have the cockpit. And so those are all the movable parts. That's pretty much the gist of this one, but let me show you how this tow cable works. I haven't done this yet, so I guess you just extract it and pull it. That's as far as it goes, maybe about 6 inches. That's as far as it goes, maybe about 6 inches. This is interesting to see if they will ever create the AT-AT to match with this, but that would be pretty big, but who knows. And then let's try this out. You roll this back, and it looks like it is, yep, it's bringing back the tow cable back to where it was. So good. So it won't get tangled or anything like that. That comes back. I don't know if these flaps move. No. Nothing else. Anyways, so for those of you that have the other Action Fleet series, this is going to be a good comparison. Let me get the one from the Action Fleet Micro Machines right now. And here it is. So it is a lot bigger. As you can see, the size difference here. That's pretty interesting. So if you don't know, the Action Fleet, they came all in one size, whether it's whatever vehicle it is. For example, the Snowspeeder here and the Republic gunship from the Action Fleet series are exact same size. Obviously, this gunship is huge compared to the Snowspeeder, but they just pushed them all out the same size. That's what separates this Micro Galaxy Squadron line. Separates them because they're doing it to scale. So you're not going to see the Snowspeeder and the gunship being the same size. But let's look at the detail and compare them. So you see it has a little bit of a different paint job. You see the orange here and the gray here. There's a little bit of red or orange on the back there, but not much on the front. Maybe this is a different Snowspeeder. I don't recall now. I've seen the movie a million times. Now I'm gonna have to watch it again to see what it really looks like. So that's interesting that they added the tow cable, actual functioning one here. I guess not actually functioning, right? What can it tow? You know what I mean. And then the gun here, not as much detail on the, what is it, Micro Galaxy Squadron, as opposed to the Action Fleet. And then here, these flaps also do pop up. So you can see there with a little bit of detail. And then regarding the cockpit, it's the same. It flips open, and there you see Luke Skywalker. And you know what, I haven't done this yet with other ships. Let me get the figure from the Action Fleet and see if he fits in the Micro Galaxy Squadron. So let me see if I could stuff him in there. And it looks like it will not work. Okay, I was just curious. So I guess they won't let me go any further than that. But anywho, I noticed here that it looks like it is designed to be a two-seater. Now, why is that special? Because you can find another pilot and put them in there. And I was thinking that they didn't create a two-seater for the Action Fleet one, but they sure did. So they cooled me off real quick. Yeah, you can fit right in there. And there's your tow cable operator in the back window there. Let me compare here. So you can see the window looks a little bit more narrow, and here is the back of both of them. Not too much detail on either of them, to be honest. It's they're just very small figures, or ships. And then you can see they actually do have color on the bottom and not much on the Micro Galaxy Squadron. But I would imagine this would look pretty awesome flying through with AT-AT or making your own battle scenes or whatever. That would be pretty cool. So then in addition to the Snowspeeder, you have the two pilots, Luke and Dak, as you know. And you can see they're about 1 inch in height. And just to compare to the Action Fleet, they're just a little bit smaller, and you can see that their feet are not connected like the Action Fleet one here. So that's how those work. So that's pretty cool. Comes with both pilots. The Action Fleet only comes with Luke, and yeah. So that's pretty much the size comparison of both of them. Pretty interesting. I do think that, let's see, I love the scale of the Micro Galaxy Squadron, but I kind of think the Action Fleet one looks a little bit better, maybe because of the orange stripes. It just seems a little bit more legit, but you see how they both have that ZZ decal on there, or paint job if you will. And yeah, so that is the size comparison. Let me show you them static. So there you go. And obviously this is 20 years old, so you see the plastic kind of warping there. And there you are. There's a good comparison of both of them and the color of both of them. So there you go. There's a nice closer look at Luke Skywalker's Snowspeeder compared to the Action Fleet from the series before. So I really hope you like this review. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because as I mentioned earlier, I have the other series coming out. I have the previous series 1, so make sure you check out those videos, and I have a whole review on, or a video on all the Action Fleet series that I have, if you're interested in collecting those, although those are going to be a lot pricier because they came out 20 years ago. So that being said, if you are interested in Star Wars, check out my channel. I have a lot of Star Wars content, but not just Star Wars content. As you can tell, I also have Marvel, DC, stuff from the 80s, 90s, like Predator, Terminator, Back to the Future, Ninja Turtles, all, you name it, I got it. I collect all types of stuff. So make sure you take a look at the channel, and hopefully you subscribe. And as always, stay collecting, my friends.